Welcome to Industry Insider, and I'm your wingman, Denham. In this series, we will interview experts from a variety of different industries. They will share their knowledge and experience, and we will highlight specific value drivers they have used to increase the value of their business. Whether you are considering owning a business for the first time, enhancing the value of your current business, or just want to expand your knowledge base, we trust that you will find this series enlightening and applicable. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Submit any questions you may have to ddenham@tworld.com, and we will answer them on subsequent episodes. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to Wingman Brewery for hosting our show. Let's get started. I'm Denham. I'm with Transworld of the Gulf Coast. We're established in 2018. And I have a presence here in downtown Mobile, Alabama. Our market area extends from Florida Panhandle over to New Orleans, Louisiana, and as far north as Montgomery. We're coming to you live from Wingman Tap Room and Brewery, satellite of Fairhope Brewing Company, 656 St. Louis Street. This week's new offering is Amateur Sketch, a double IPA. Just like they are the wingman to the folks here downtown, we would like to be your wingman. Whether that means giving you advice on the value of your business, helping you plan an exit strategy, or simply to put you in touch with professionals who can help you in your business journey. Let us be your wingman. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a Mobile native, and when I'm representing sellers, I'm representing them from a familiar point of view. I've owned a couple of businesses. I have sold businesses. I have an accounting background. Had a small business tax accounting practice. I've been in commercial real estate. Just a variety of things that have all sort of lent themselves to business brokerage and understanding the needs of businesses. So as a business owner, I can identify with the issues you have and the challenges you face. As a business advisor, one of the most common questions we get is, what is my business worth? And we have a variety of value drivers that impact the value of the business in the marketplace. Throughout this series, we'd like to address those drivers, hear from some industry experts for some various industries who will talk about a few of those and highlight a few of those during each episode. You know, as a business owner, a person or a couple typically have their entire livelihood tied up in a business, and so there's a lot of emotional attachment to that business. What we try to do is get them to understand the hard factors that influence the value of that business in the marketplace. While that business may be invaluable to a business owner, a buyer is going to look at it in a very different pair of eyes than a seller will. We like to try to bring the buyer's perspective, because ultimately what the buyer is willing to pay is what that business is worth. When determining the market price of the business, one thing you have to do is strip out the emotional attachment. There are a couple of ways to value a business. By far the most common and the most prevalent is some multiple of SDE, or what we call seller's discretionary earnings. Essentially, you take the net income of the business and add back things like depreciation and interest, non-cash items, or certainly things that wouldn't be deductions for a new buyer. Also, the owner's salary. And there are a variety of these other factors as well, but we get to a number that, let's just say for a particular business, is $300,000. Then each industry has its own multiple that is common. Certainly that's a range, but the stronger the business, the higher the multiple. But just for a rule of thumb, anywhere between 2 and 3 is your basic multiple for a business. So going back to our example, a business with a 300,000 SDE and a 3 multiple would have a estimated value of $900,000. The second most common question that we get as business advisors is, how do I add value to my business? Suppose it's valued at 300,000, but I need 500,000, or I want 500,000. What can I do to impact that number? Are there changes I can make in my business? And the answer is yes. The the condition of the books. Is it a shoebox? Is it an Excel spreadsheet? Are there processes in place? Are cash sales reported? If there are a lot of personal expenses, we can certainly deal with that through the add back that we talked about with SDE. But if things don't make it to the books, or as we hear commonly, well, there's another set of books. If there's another set of books that you're asking a buyer to trust you as you tell them about your business. When you tell them it's certainly worth more than I'm reporting on my tax return, what does that do to trust? Okay, so the transparency and the validity and accuracy of the books is very important in establishing the value of the business. Some of the value drivers that we have, and you'll see a list of those on the screen, but you've got things such as, do you have a strong management team in place? One thing buyers look for is a business that's turnkey, that they can step into, and they're not the primary producer, or at least they're providing oversight and strategic type things. What does your customer profile look like? If one customer has 90% of your business, you're in a very risky position, and a buyer who takes over your business may not be able to keep that customer. So, diversification of customers and markets. What are your processes? Do you have, company manual or a company process that's in place on how you handle different businesses? We can't stress how important it is to have good, up-to-date financials for your business. That is one of the key value drivers in selling your business. One of the fallacies that we come across is when a business owner will tell you, well, I'm not thinking about selling yet, but come talk to me in 5 years. Problem is, any new business needs to establish an exit plan. Whether that's going to take place in 30 years or 3 years, it's important to map out what is going to happen. It's exit strategy should be a part of any business plan, and putting the things in place and understanding what drives that business. Those are the important factors to consider. One statistic that jumps out at us in this business is that 80% of businesses never sell. And it's not because lack of effort. It's not because they're bad businesses. Most of the time, people don't plan to sell until there's some kind of catastrophic event. And by then, it's usually too late. The worst part of my job is going into a business and they say I need to sell in 30 days or I'm going to close the doors. Most of the time, we can't help them because all of the things that are necessary to get it to market and to go through with buyers, we typically need 6 to 9 months. But, the things that happened 3 years ago impact that. The things that happened 5 years ago impact that. So, you don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to sell my house next week. So you don't do the same with your business. And it certainly requires more than just a fresh coat of paint to get that business on the market. You want to think about your exit strategy, and if that's passing on to your kids, if it's selling out to a partner, or if it's simply buying new businesses to grow. All of those are part of starting off with the end point in mind and planning for that end point. We have affiliates who will help you with your exit strategy 3-5 years out. Those things are vitally important and valuable in terms of, if you go back to the multiple that I talked about, if you increase the value of your business $100,000 in SDE, well, the multiple says you've done $200,000 to $300,000 worth of extra money in your pocket. The bottom line is it's never too early to call a business advisor. We talk with business owners, at any point in their journey, and try to make sure that they are conscious of the fact that someday someone else may own that business, and that's part of the legacy of owning a business, is passing it down. So these common questions lead us to, why are we doing this series? And the answer there is, we would like to highlight different industries, bring in business owners from those industries, or at least key players in those industries, and have them discuss a few of those factors. So, whether you're a student of business or someone who is relatively new and looking to learn more, you have a roadmap. You have tactics that you can use to help increase the value of your business. Transworld is the world's largest business brokerage, and the Transworld way of doing business is to bring integrity, to bring professionalism, and accuracy and efficiency in the market. Transworld has over 300 offices across the country, and this is a large network of internal marketing that we have that's not available to any other business brokerage. What that means for you is that we have offices across the country. People want to locate on the Gulf Coast. We frequently get requests. Can you find me a business because we want to move to your area? We work together with all of our offices across the country and even overseas in helping sellers and buyers come together. While we do have a global reach, we also have a local concentration with the office located in downtown Mobile, Alabama. Bill Kleinschrodt is the owner since 2018. And what that means for you is that we have a footprint here. We're part of this community. We're part of the business community. And you get tailored and localized expertise for your business. We enjoy supporting local businesses like the Wingman, and it matters. We're a part of this community. We have a presence. Our kids are here. The businesses that we support are here, and the professionals that we also refer are located here. It's not just a place to do business. It's where we actually live. Another important aspect of being a local business is that we have relationships with business professionals that are shared across businesses. Accountants, financial professionals, lenders, attorneys, wealth management professionals. All of these are local people that we recommend or can refer you to, that we have the confidence in to do a job that you will be proud of. When a seller lists their business for sale with a Transworld agent, they're not just getting that agent's efforts, but the efforts of the whole team. We have 8 or 9 brokers in the office. We work together and support each other in terms of expertise, bringing things to market, bringing buyers in, and we all collaborate with each other. There are several reasons that I love what I do. One of the big reasons is walking into a business, meeting a new business owner, and listening to their story. One thing I ask is how did you get to this point? What brought you here? What made you want to own a business, and why are you at the point now where you want to sell it? To me, that helps me frame that business to potential buyers when it becomes just a set of numbers and it translates into a story and a compelling one. There's not a business that you walk into where you just say, oh well, same old business. The human element, even we talked about in the valuation of the business, you want to strip out that human element. The sales side of that is you want every bit of that human element in the story, to appeal to buyers. They want to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. And just like Transworld and Wingman as a part of this area, we went downtown and parked in our lot and went to Mardi Gras parades. It's just part of being something and participating and taking part in the community that you live in. Transworld is not just for sellers. We have a large network of buyers, and we help buyers find businesses, whether that be an established business. We also help people get started in franchises. Transworld is a franchise itself, and so we're more than happy to help with franchise purchases, with franchising your business valuations, and helping you find the business that's suited to you. On our website, we have a blog dedicated to the individual value drivers, and you can see those in much greater detail. The first installment of this series will be Clint Miller. He is the owner of the Dumpster Guy, and he will talk to us about some of the value drivers in his business. Thank you for joining us on Industry Insider. I'm your wingman, Donald Denham. For more information, check out our website or give us a call. For any questions you might have, please submit them through our Facebook page, Transworld Advisors of the Gulf Coast. When you're navigating that business battleground, make sure you have a good wingman. Transworld is your wingman. Thank you for tuning in to this installment of Industry Insider with your wingman, Donald Denham. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Submit any questions you may have to ddenham@tworld.com, and we will answer them on subsequent episodes. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to Wingman Brewery for hosting our show. Tune in next time when we interview Clint Miller, owner of the Dumpster Guy.